Hello, children. Welcome to the today's session. In yesterday's class, we have learned a lot of things about the October Revolution, which took place between provincial government and Bolshevik Party. To suppress the influence of Bolshevik Party, the provincial government they started arresting and seizing the all kind of offices which were belonging to the Bolshevik leaders, and they controlled the mass communication through which the Bolshevik Party they were spreading their own ideas towards the people. So day by day, how the Lenin's popularization was been increasing. So same thing, the provincial government popularity was been decreasing there. So to maintain that dignity only, between them, the revolution took place, as well as a fight took place between those two parties, that is political parties, which were been ruling the Russia. So at the end, the Bolshevik party won the revolution, and after that, they stood in the election in the month of November 1917, but they could not gain the majority support from the people there. So as a result, Lenin, what he did, he dismissed the assembly which was present in the Russia, and he himself started doing the administration, uh, and he ended the provincial government in the Russia there. After that, how he had been sorry, how he had been sat in the to form the government means from the outside sources. The socialist thinkers, as well as the followers, those were present in the outside country, they supported very much to the Lenin there. And also I have told the minority people were been there called Muslim jihadist. So those people also, they were believing that Lenin could bring lot of changes in the society. So as a result, we should support the Lenin there. So in the Russia only, those minority people, they gave the support to the Lenin there. So even still they were thinking that some changes will be brought by the Lenin only. Okay, even though the people were having a fear, if a Lenin would come to the assembly, as well as if he start doing administration, means somewhere else we will lost our freedom, as well as we will lost our freedom of expression and everything else. So people were very much fear about the Lenin. So that is why they did not give the support to the Bolshevik party, but the Muslim jihadist and other socialistic thinkers from the other part of the countries, they supported very much to the Lenin. So as a result, he formed the government in the Russia, and he became the president, sorry, prime minister, and he started ruling. So, and also he created the Soviet Union. He united the Russian people in the Russia there. So, in the March 1918, Bolshevik entered into a treaty with Germany, and the war was been ended. So, by the Germany only, Russia was been defeated. So as a result, the always the enemy relationship was been there between Germany and the Russia. So when Bolshevik party formed the government, they made a treaty with the Germany people, and the war was been ended there. So at that time, the Bolshevik became only a party to participate in the all Russian Congress of Soviet, which was the parliament of the country, and they won the seats. And Russia became one party system in the Russia. In Russia, Bolshevik party became the one party system in the Russia. So Lenin, what he uh, thought means, surrounding him, he wanted to know what they are talking about me, as well as my administration. So whatever he has nationalized the bank, he has nationalized the industries, and he the war was been ended, and whatever land was been there, it was been transferred to the peasants or farmers which were living in the Russia from the noble people. So these are the three demand which was been propounded in front of the people. So that name we call it as the April thesis. So So he wanted to know whether the people are criticizing about Bolshevik party or not, whether they are criticizing the Lenin. So he wanted to check the opinions as well as the activities which were going in the Russia, because some of the people, they were not happy that Lenin became the prime minister of Russia. So that is why some people, they were doing some activities there. So to suppress all kind of activities, he maintained a secret police called Cheka, or it was called as a NKVD, or one more secret police is there called OGPU. So these three were the secret police. They used to give the report to the Lenin about the activities going on in the Russia. So if anybody, they are criticizing, they are telling the bad about Bolshevik administration, means those people were being punished there. So censorship was being implemented in the Russia. No one should talk about the Bolshevik party against them. So many young writers, artist people, they started revolting, as well as they started writing against the Lenin, what this policy was being took place. So as a result, in the Russia, the civil war was being started between the people those who were living in the Russia. The decision of redistribution of land by the Bolshevik caused the breakup of army. So during that time, the land was being redistributed by the Bolshevik there. So as a result, the army people, they started returning back to their motherland, and clashes were being between the supporters of aristocracy, liberals, and Bolshevik soldiers was being started. So between them, there were three category of the people during that time. That is aristocracy, the people those who were believing in the conservation, as well as conservative. Those people, they supported the aristocracy. Liberal people and the Bolshevik leaders, always between those three communities, always the fight was been going on. So the society was being divided, and they were calling in the different names. The for the pro Tsarist, Tsarist, those people, those were believing that the monarchy is the correct form of government to lead a country, and they were supporting the czar there. So for those people, those community, they were calling it as a white people. Social revolutionaries, that is peasants and artist people, common people, they gathered in one area. Those people was called in the name of green, and one more Bolshevik leaders, they were called in the name of red there. So this kind of three category of the people, they were living in the Russia. These people fought civil war during period of 1918 to 1919 there. So the pro-Tsarist, the socialistic were being backed by the French, American, Britain, and Japanese troop. So the war was being suppressed there. So non-Bolshevik took the harsh step against the peasants. The people those were belonging, they were not belonging to the Bolshevik party as well as Bolshevik followers. Those people, they took a harsh step, a cruel step against the peasant. So this made them very unpopular during that time. The Bolshevik took the help of non-Russian people, the people those were not belonging to the Russia. Like Muslim, Buddhist people, Chinese people, I have told those people were also been living. So even those people, Muslim jihadists, they wanted to be Bolshevik party should be continue the administration, because still the faith and belief were been there on the Bolshevik leaders from the Muslim jihadist. So the Bolshevik leaders, to suppress this kind of civil war in a country, Bolshevik took the help of non-Russian people, and the Muslim jihadists to take over the control of a former Russian Empire by the 1920. So most of the Russian nationalists were being given a political autonomy, and it was created as a USSR. The Russia was being converted into the USSR created by the Bolshevik in the year 1922. So in this way, non-Russian nationalists also gave the they got the political autonomy, that is political support from the Bolshevik leaders, because they supported during the civil war. So as a result, once again the Bolshevik party won the government there, as well as won the civil war. So as a result, to gain the political autonomy, those non-nationalist and non-Russian people and Russian people, they gathered under one country called USSR, and it was created in the year 1922 there. So making of socialistic society. During the civil war, Bolshevik kept the industries and the bank as a nationalized. They permitted peasants to cultivate and seize the land which was show a collective work for them. So the process of the centralized planning was been introduced in the Russia. So in that way means, they introduced the 5-year plan. The 5-year plan should be done from the central government only, and it was been implemented in the central capital city, and then it was been implemented in the other part of the Russian country there. So the process, whatever planning they were been doing, it was being centralized, and the officials made the 5-year plan for the improvement of economy in the Russia. Uh, and the government fixed all the prices to promote the industrial growth during the first two 5-year plan for the economy from 1927, 32 and 33 to 38. So government started fixing the price to promote the industrial growth, whether in what way means, whatever raw materials they were getting. So for those raw materials, they started fixing the price. Only for that price only, the raw material should be sold, and the production should be done in the Russia. So to promote as well as to improvise the economic condition of the Russia, the 5-year plan was been introduced there. So by 1927 and 32 and 33 to 38, it gave the economic growth in the Russia. So the centralized planning led to the economic growth, and industrial production was being increased there. Okay, so at that time, the steel plant in Russia, so much it was being improvised within the 3 years when they started the 5-year plan, which was being introduced in the industries. So that time the lot of technology was not being introduced, and modern whatever technology we are using to produce the steel, at that time those technology was not being present. So even though there was a lack of technology, there was no improvised technology was not being introduced, even though within 3 years the steel plant, whatever steel factories were been there in the Russia, totally they got prosperous. Okay, the production was being increased very much, and the industries and the factories, they gained lot of profit when they introduced centralized planning for the economic growth. Centralized planning means only the prime minister, he is having the authority to do the 5-year plan, and it was being circulated throughout the country, and no one should question the 5-year plan which was been introduced in the central government there. So the process after the civil war, this kind of changes took place in the Russia. So what was the status of the workers? So the rapid construction brought a poor working condition for the workers even till today also. Even during that time, the poor working condition was been there. The construction of steel plant was achieved in 3 years. I have to the prosperous took place there, and the workers did not have even basic facilities like toilet, healthcare facility, housing facility, and etc. Measures taken to improvise the status of the workers where and extended the schooling system, developed arrangement were being made for the factory workers and the peasants to enter in the universities. In that way, they gave the improved status for the workers there. Okay, they were now they are getting the opportunity to go to the school and enter into the universities for the further education. Crutches were established in the factories for the children, for women work. Crutches means what we will tell ತೊಟ್ಟಿಲು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. the people, the women, those were working, and if they are having small small children means for them, the factories, they gave the separate department to maintain those children in the factories there. Cheap labor health, public healthcare was been provided. Modern living quarters were being made for the workers. So the effect of all these uneven as a government resource were been limited there. So these all kind of development took place in the worker status. Basic facilities were be not there, not much, but a little bit they improvised the working condition of the workers, those who are working in the factories and industries. The women, those who are working, if they are having a small child means for them separate housing will be there. So one caretaker will be there, so those children will be uh, under the control of that caretaker. So in this way, factories and industries, they gave the opportunity for the women also during that time, and they gave the this kind of condition as well as this kind of uh, facility for them. So these were the changes took place in the after the civil war. So after the death of Lenin, uh, another person called Stalin, he came to the throne, as well as he became the prime minister of Russia, and he introduced the collectivization in Russia there. Joseph Stalin became the leader of Soviet Communist Party, and after the death of Lenin in the January 1924. By the 1927 and 28, the towns in Russia were facing an acute problem of grain supply. Why means the government fixed the prices of the grain. I have told the government started fixing the price for the factories, for the raw materials, as well as for the grains there, whatever food production they were taking place. But peasants refused to sell their grains to the government price. What price the government was been fixing, that price they were not willing to take that one. They were not willing to sell those crops to the government. So Stalin believed that the rich peasants and the traders in the countryside were holding the stock in the hope of other prices, higher prices there. So if the peasants are not happy, means the rich peasants and the traders, what they will do, they will keep the stock in their warehouses. And when the prices will be hiked, when the prices will be increased for their food grains, means then only they were supplying to the market there. So Stalin introduced the collectivization for the Soviet agriculture. It brought the great majority of the peasants to collective and the state forms. In the 1928, the party member toured they started touring from one place to another place for grain producing areas, supervising the enforced grain collection and riding the kulkas. Kulkas means the rich peasants and the peasants those were living in the village side. After 1917, land has been handed over to the peasants and established the large collected farms there. So that we call it as a collectivization, which was been introduced by the Stalin to improvise the condition of the peasants. Those were failing, those were suffering from that policies which were been introduced by the Bolshevik party during the period of Lenin there. So what is his policy? Who were the policy holders who gained lot of profit, and still some more economic condition was been improvised there. So in the next session I am going to explain about Stalin policy and about global influence on USSR. So these all things I am going to explain in the next session. I hope today's class you have understood. If you are having any kind of doubt, you can just pin your question in the uh, group. I will try my level best to sort out your problem. So signing out. Have a great day. Bye everyone.